Let us switch over to problem number 36 now. This is a match the following type of a question. In fact, the four values what have been given in this particular matching, if one can remember them directly without any delay in the final examination, without any further calculation in the final examination, you can directly write those values. That is the advantage what you are having from this particular problem as such. That is problem 36 I am talking about. Let me read it out first. A charged particle drops through V volt. That of course we can understand the potential difference that has been applied across the charged particles is given as V volt. Match the de Broglie wavelengths for the given particles. That is the question. He is just giving us four particles in the first column and corresponding de Broglie wavelengths in the second column as such. So what are those four particles and what are the corresponding values he has given? Let me first of all write. Then you can all understand directly what are the correct values to be remembered for each particle given in the first column. So let me just write those particles first. He is just giving us particle that is in the first column. And of course he has mentioned here de Broglie wavelength, that of course is lambda, he has given in the second column. De Broglie wavelength and particle. What are the four particles he has mentioned? Let me first of all give you. The very first particle he has given us as electron. And the second particle he gave us as deuteron, which is of course the isotope of hydrogen is deuterium. Deuterium ion he has given as the second particle here. And third one is an alpha particle he has said, and fourth one he has given you as a proton. So first an alpha particle and the fourth one he has given a proton. These are the four particles mentioned. Next, if you take the corresponding de Broglie wavelengths, he has mentioned once again four different values. He has not given the total value because V will be a variable there. So he has given you a simple step like 0.0817 by V under root. This is the first value provided to us. 0.0817 divided by V whole under root. The second value as mentioned is 0.0102. So you can write 0.0102 by V whole under root. He has given you as F. The next one he has given you is G. He gave a value 150 by V. 150 divided by V whole under root. And the last one is given as H. 0.0409 divided by V. 0.0409 divided by V. This under root. These are the four values given. No doubt you all can calculate them. That's not a big task. But waste of your time you will not have in the final examination if you know these values directly. So what exactly you have to remember in general is de Broglie wavelength lambda is equal to H by mv, which of course we can rewrite the same this way as H by under root 2m into QV. So what is the other version of this one? You look at h by root 2mq whole divided by v. That is actually the value. And of course, if you take these values right into the root, then what will you get? You check once again in this particular case, please. If you take this one directly into the root, you can directly write this, of course, comes under root v. So what can we write now this one as? H square by 2mq into v whole under root. In fact, this is the equation what has been taken by him. In fact, we also used to take the same equation, but h is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34. We know that value very much. That much square, okay, you have to square it up, fine. Twice mass of each particle is to be considered. First one of electron, 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. Second one of deuteron, the mass of course is going to have 2 units. That of course you can say twice that value of a proton, 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Next one, alpha particle. Once again its mass this time is 4 units. So 4 times that of a proton you have to consider. Likewise, the proton is 1 unit, 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Straight away we can write, there is nothing in that. Similarly, charge also. We can understand charge on electron, charge on deuteron, charge on proton, all the 3 are one and the same. 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, fine. But one thing more you should understand here, of alpha particle, twice the charge of proton. So 2 into 1.6, it's 3.2 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb we write. But writing all the values and calculating them till the end, it's not advisable for us to do the same methodology taking in the final examination. Not that mean we cannot calculate. It's not a big task for any of us. In fact, we can calculate easily, but it takes time. That is definitely going to be a waste of time for us in the final exam. So best suitable thing is, remember these values corresponding to these 4 particles. Because most commonly asked particles are these only, these particles only. Suppose if they give something additional over there, there is no other option left for us excepting calculating everything using this particular formula. There is nothing in that. But for time being, you better remember these values now. So what is the correct pair? You just have to take in each of the cases like. For electron, it is going to be G. This you remember thoroughly and once for all. You can certainly understand, for electron, de Broglie wavelength can be calculated roughly as 150 by V under root. What is that V there? It is the potential difference that has been applied across the electron which is in motion there. So that is the point what you have to understand. And of course for the deuteron part, deuteron, it is just going to be H. Now what is that value? You look at once again. Under root 0.0409 by V. If you simplify for deuteron this value or this formula according to that, you will be getting the same value. There is no doubt absolutely in that. So remember, for a deuteron, the de Broglie wavelength is nearly 0.0409 whole divided by V, right? Everything under root. Straight away we can take up like that. That is the second one. And of course for this C, for alpha particle, it is going to be F now. So for alpha particle, what will be the value? 0.0102 whole over V, whole under root. So better remember this value directly. That's what is my advice to all of you. And come down to the last, what is left? For a proton, it is going to be 0.0817 whole divided by V. So square root of 0.0817 whole divided by V. I once again repeat, for an electron, it's simply under root 150 by V. For a deuteron, it is root over 0.0409 divided by V. And of course, for alpha particle, it is under root 0.0102 around divided by V. And for the last one, for proton, it is under root 0.0817 by V. In fact, to make you people aware of these four values directly, we have taken up this problem. Otherwise, calculating all the four values and identifying all the four answers is not a difficult task. But if you remember them directly, you can save your time in the final exam, if at all such model question is asked there. Now let us see the options over there. First option, of course, for A to G, B to E, C to H and D to F. For the second option, he has given A to G, B to H, C to F and D to E. And coming to the third option, A to H and B to E, C to F and D to G. And fourth option, he said A to H, B to F and C to E and D to H. So what is the correct version over there? Correct match, that is going to be the second option. So directly you can understand the answer for this particular question as such is going to be B. So better remember these four values for de Broglie wavelength, at least for four particles. One is electron, one is a proton, one is a deuteron and one is an alpha particle. Sometimes they may ask you to write them in the ascending order, or to ask, rather they ask you to write them in descending order. Whatever be the case, roughly you can estimate what is the ascending order of that, what is the descending order of that. Any other version also if he gives, you directly will be in a position to answer that one. So this is problem number 36 what we have, right? The correct option is B for it, correct match is B for that.